Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Market Pulse series. My name is Rufas Kamau, Markets Analyst at FX Pesa. So once you join, kindly say hi on the live comment section, and these will confirm that everything is working just fine. Awesome. So let's get this started. Today, we are going to be having a very important topic. We will be talking about trading community. So we'll try to answer a couple of questions. One, we'll try to understand what a trading community is. Two, we'll try to answer a very simple question. And this is a trading community important in trading, or what is the importance of a trading community? What is on offer? What value do trading communities provide you as a trader? And lastly, we look at what kind of communities that you should get into. So there's so many trading communities out there that you will find interesting. Some of them will be wasting your time. So we'll be trying to find what value you're looking for. And this way, we get to create for everyone attending this particular session tonight, and also the people who will be watching later. So hello, Maurice, and welcome to the session. I really appreciate this. So in the presentation, we'll cover quite a number of things. But before we do that, let's look at the hottest stuff in the market right now. So as you can see, this is a chart of the US dollar index. On Friday last week, it was strongly bearish as a result of the news from the US, that's the non-farm payroll jobs, which came out stronger, better than expected. So the dollar reacted by being weaker against other currencies, mainly as a result of speculation that the Fed would reduce the rate at which it's raising interest rates. So fast forward, we had quite an eventful day on Monday as the trend continued. But then Tuesday, Wednesday was the market moving sideways before breaking down even lower today after the CPI news or US inflation data, which read 6.4%, basically indicating that the inflation is easing or slowing down and moving well on course towards the 2% target. So these are caused out of volatility in the market. You can see there was a sharp drop followed by a reversal and then a continuation. So for most pairs, you'll find this volatility. Euro USD broke out, pulled back, and now it's continuing. If you look at pound USD, similar thing. Audi USD also doing something similar. So if you look at equities, US 500 index shot up and then down, and now it's going back now. If you look at the oil, this is Brent oil, shot down, and now it's recovering. If you look at gold, shot up, pulled back down, and now it's moving to the upside. So Bitcoin made a major move early in the morning, up, traded sideways, and then formed this particular pin here, basically dropping sharply and then recovering, then dropping, and now you can see it's regaining against the dollar. So overall, the dollar is weak against other currencies. So perhaps this trend will continue towards the end of the week. So positions are in order to look for selling positions in the dollar. And at the same time, you know that the Bank of Japan is beginning to review its policy of ultra easy monetary policy. So with this review, there's that potential that the Bank of Japan will be reducing its quantitative easing and now looking to tighten the economy. So inflation in Tokyo earlier this week hit 4%. So in this case, now we'll be expecting prices to now strengthen. That is the prices for the Japanese yen. So this may explain why the Australian dollar is strongly losing against the Japanese yen. So all other JPY pairs have a similar movement, where the Japanese yen is strengthening against other currencies. In this case, it was strengthening against the US dollar. So as for the Dow, it has been the most bullish among the three top indices. So clearly making a very strong movement last week on Friday. And then today seems to be continuing along the same path. Already hit a major level here. So potentially we'll be looking at getting to these resistance areas here that were last met in December. So that being mentioned, let's get back to the topic. And the topic today is having a trading community and what you need to look for or the benefits that you'll be getting by being in a trading community. So hello guys, welcome. I am seeing some comments here. Hello Jack, thank you for joining the session. Kindly, the video is not clear. I don't know the reason why. The jury rules even in a demo account. Unfortunately, that is something that we covered in the last session. So if you go to YouTube, FX Pesa channel, and then you look at the Market Pulse series, look at the previous episode, that is episode number 12. We already covered how to become a profitable trader and common mistakes that beginners commonly make. So it's something that we already addressed in the previous episode. So which strategy do you use? We'll be discussing this further. How can I understand the technical analysis? Good questions. Hello, Marombe. Thank you guys for the questions. So I'm hoping the video is clear. If it's not, I can switch my internet connection. So let me try and switch and see how this plays out. So just give me a minute. I'll try and try that from my phone. So just a moment, I want to get this in order. Awesome. So now I've switched our different network. The video should be much better now. So whenever we talk about trading community, we are basically describing a platform where you get to meet other traders and share trading ideas, educations, market updates, analysis, and so on. So traditionally, we used to develop trading communities where we meet physically, either in a trading room, could be a boiler room or whatever that is, could be a shared office, discuss trading opportunities, trading strategies, what's happening in the markets before executing trades. However, with the digitization, you don't need to do that. In modern trading communities, I just need an app, could be a website, and most popular these days is social media. So you find that trading communities tend to organize themselves mostly via platforms such as Discord, could be Slack, it could be Telegram, it could be WhatsApp, and so on. So there are so many applications for that. Personally, I prefer Telegram, though there are other platforms that you can use out there. So when it comes to a trading platform, one of the key things that you get to benefit from is staying on top of the latest market updates. And this is very, very important. So for instance, if you trade from home or from an office or whatever that is, you realize that you don't have access to all that information. So some of you may have multiple displays in your trading stations, where let's say you're watching Bloomberg, you are watching some other channel that gives you financial news, but you realize that that is not merely enough. There is so much happening in the financial world, and one individual channel may not bring all the news that you have. Yes, it's very important to have that, but at the same time, you need to be in a community where if something is up in the markets, then the community tends to share that with you. So by being part of the community, you get to stay on top of the latest market updates. So a trading community basically consistently shares market updates and news regarding the assets that you trade. For instance, if you trade a wide range of asset classes, let's say you're into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, let's say you're into stocks, there are just so many stocks that usually have news each and every day. You're into Forex, you want to follow what central banks are doing, you want to follow economic reports and all that, then it becomes so much information. But then if you're in the community, they kind of filter all that for you and you get the most important updates being discussed in the community. So these will help you stay updated and make timely decisions. So that's just one thing that you get to benefit from the community. There's more. So the other thing that you get to benefit from being in a community is sharing of trading strategies as well as techniques. So if you're a beginner out there, you just started trading, you probably just bounced on a trading strategy. Maybe you're trading using a system, let's say with an Ichimoku trading indicator. You could be doing moving averages and so on. And you don't realize that there are so many other trading strategies out there. You don't know the variation, how successful they are or not. Then by being in a community, you get to discuss these other strategies, learn more strategies from other people, get to update yours and improve yours until you become a profitable trader. So Forex trading community allows traders to share their knowledge and experience with others, which can help improve the overall performance of the community. So you find that but by just being part of the community, you get to grow together by sharing these strategies and techniques. So when I talk of techniques, this could be in terms of how you analyze the markets, it could be in terms of how you make market entries, how you identify trading opportunities, exits, and so on. So at the same time, there's also techniques in risk management, how much risk in a trade, how much you get to target in a trade, how you make those exits, and many other decisions. So it's very important to be in a community where you share these trading strategies as well as techniques. So as we proceed, I would like to direct a question to you guys. So if you are a part of a community, what are the benefits that you have gained from being in a trading community? Kindly share on the live comment section. I would like to hear this from you, and then we continue with the conversation. So kindly speak on the inflation data that came out today and how it will affect the markets. I think I already mentioned that, but we'll be looking at that towards the end of the presentation. Remember, the main topic for today is about a trading community. So I've grown my account, which is the best analysis. Please help me up. I will be responding to that. I usually see losses whenever I play. I wonder whether you trade or play, because if you play, there's a good chance you lose. Kamau, you're a good teacher, but most of rather my problem is to take us back on technical analysis. Pricing trades, as of me, I've been teaching myself for almost a year, but I struggle with Dash. So good question here. I'll be responding to these two. But as for now, the main topic for today is a trading community. So once we are through with the community, then I'll be dealing with the questions later. So let's look at the other thing that you get to benefit from a trading community. And this is access to market analysis and research. So you realize that by having a trading community, you get access to a database of varied research as well as analysis. So you might be focused on, let's say, a couple of currency pairs that you do out of research and analysis. And once you do this, you share in the community. But then each and every member in the community is also sharing theirs. Of course, there are members in the community who don't contribute. I wouldn't advise on that. Make sure that you contribute as much as you can. This way, you get to create relationships with other traders, connections, and this way, whenever there's new updates, they share with you, and also they can help you identify your weaknesses. So having access to the analysis and research of experienced traders can help to inform your own trading decisions. So it's very important that once you join a community, you consistently share your analysis, your research, and at the same time, you get to benefit from other traders also sharing their own analysis as well as their research in the markets. So point number 4 that you get to benefit from being in a trading community is what I would describe as emotional support. So sometimes you need these, especially if you trade alone at home, in your office, or wherever you decide to do your trading activity. So sometimes you will get in a bad week where you are losing your trades and you are second guessing yourself, you're questioning your strategy, but sometimes it's just the market. Sometimes the markets are really good to some strategies, some other time the markets are really bad to some strategies. So when you're part of a community, you will understand that you're not the only one facing the same challenge, and it really helps with the emotional support. So trading can be stressful, and a community provides a supportive environment where traders can share their emotions and gain encouragement from others. So the psychological capacity of a trader will be tested along with his or her journey, especially after making huge losses, few trades in a row. Despite the unfortunate event, you don't have to quit trading to deal with the losses. You do not have to succumb to the impossible profit mindset. So it's very important that you become part of the community, learn sometimes there are bad times in the market, and some other times there is good times. So when there's bad times, you notice that it kind of affects a group together. So you will say, people saying this was a bad week, but somehow I did my risk management well. I didn't take such a deep hit. Then you together wait for the next opportunities and start the journey to recover. So you can always share your frustrations with the community, and there will always be someone out there who is likely to be facing a similar situation or at least did. This will help you cope with your mistakes on a less painful emotion, and ultimately becomes a learning curve for you faster. So you want to learn fast and get out of that bad situation and then bounce back to trading. So you get to learn a lot from traders who have gone through the same cycle as yourself. So whenever you hear someone saying, I made a couple of trades this week and they were all losing, then you realize that you're not the first one. There are other traders who have been through the same. They share ideas on how to go around it or how to go through it, how to recover from that specific scenario and become a better trader on the next moment. So it's very important that you become part of a community, share your trading experiences, not just your trade and market analysis, also share what you feel, the experiences you've had, and these will help you grow together. So in addition, there is the issue of risk management. Being part of a community can help traders to better manage their risk by sharing information about potential market risks and also discussing risk management strategies. For instance, just last week, I was thinking of a very interesting trading idea about some Chinese stocks and also the Chinese currency. Then all the traders just gave me an update, told me that, remember, as we approach the end of January, we will also be facing another period where the Chinese will be celebrating their New Year, which often takes about 2 weeks. And this has some effect on the markets. So I wasn't considering that factor in my risk management plan. And now, since I was part of the trading community, I got the update and now I added that to my analysis. So it's very important that you get to share those trading ideas with other people and get to know what they think, and they will really help you with risk management. In some other cases, in my community, I saw some other traders execute a trade that was too big for their account. And immediately they posted that on the community. They got some very good responses that were very helpful, telling them that this is not within your risk appetite. It's probably too high a risk. Maybe you should trade a smaller lot size, just in case the trade goes badly, then you still have some amount in your account to continue trading. So you get some very good advice from experienced traders simply by being part of a trading community. So next, there's the issue of learning from others. So if you just trade by yourself in your hidden cocoon, as let's say you're at home, you are to your personal office or at work, most of the time you'll find that traders will hide their activity. You don't want your family and friends to know what you do for a living. So it's kind of difficult to share trading ideas and trading analysis with other people within your surroundings, especially if they're not invested in it. So if these people are not traders. They don't spend their time in the markets. Mostly they are doing some other stuff. Then they may not understand what you're saying. But then this means that if you're doing any mistakes, then you're going to keep repeating those mistakes. So it's a little bit harder to self-diagnose and identify your own mistakes. However, if you are a part of a community, or this community has a lot of traders, then you realize that it becomes easy for them to identify the mistakes you are making, and also for you to identify that these other guys are making mistakes. So we get to learn from each other by connecting and sharing our trading ideas. So this will allow individuals to learn from the experiences of others, which can help to accelerate their learning process. So for instance, how many of you have ever tried this? You execute a trade, let's say it's a Euro USD trade, it's a buy position, and then the market moves down towards your stop loss. And then instead of letting the market hit your stop loss, you remove the stop loss and instead you execute a short selling position. And in this case, you'll be telling yourself that you are hedging that position. So now you are left with a buy position and a sell position in the same pair. And when the market keeps going down, you realize that you don't have a net profit or loss, but you have locked yourself in a losing position. So how many of you have at least attempted that? So it's a bad play. It's a desperate play. You're just trying to avoid losses, which is within the wrong set of mindset. So by the time you're entering a trade, you should be prepared that it could be a winner or a loser. And if it's a loser, you should be prepared to lose that money and have the right mindset to look for the right opportunity. But if you're whenever you are within a trade, you are acting out of emotions and you are avoiding to make a loss in that trade, then you might just find yourself making even more mistakes that will keep you locked in a trade, and you don't have the right mindset or even the right capital to execute a new trading opportunity. So you want to be part of a community that discusses these issues, the moves, techniques that work and the techniques that don't work. So for instance, that technique doesn't work. If you have a buy position, market is going against you, and then you execute a sell position, that most of the time won't work. So it's something that we have been through, tried that, lost, made money. So you need to learn that that doesn't work and find a better strategy that works. So I'm getting even more comments. This one is from Tabitha. I think Rufas will share a link for the Attendees Club here at the end of this session. It's a very wonderful community. Thank you. Attendees Club is a part of my trading community. It's my personal trading community. It doesn't belong to FX Pesa or ATM. So if you are within that environment, then you should know it belongs to me. So I will be sharing more updates what's happening in the markets, trying to create and build value for everyone. So try and share a link with everyone. If you're interested, then you can join in later. So when is the next scheduled pips and branch? I haven't checked that. Once we get that done, of course, there will be considerations here and there. So I'll be sharing these in the trading community. So that's one other advantage of being in a trading community. So whenever you have events, webinars coming up, any educational content, we always share these in the trading community. So you will get updates of webinars or any educational and analysis events happening right in the community. So you don't have to go out there looking for those things. So that's one of the benefits of being in a trading community. You have a one-stop shop where you get most of the information that you need for your trading activity. So another good question on that stop loss issue: how do you avoid tight stop losses? The way you avoid tight stop losses is basically by lowering your lot size. So if you normally trade 0.1 and you're looking to set, let's say, a stop loss of 10 pips, then you should probably trade much lower. Maybe if you do 0.05, then that would expand your stop loss to, let's say, 20 pips. And the lower the lot size, the higher the ability to set a much wider stop loss. So that's something we already covered in the novice pro series. So if you go to the FX Pesa channel and then you search for Novice to Pro series, it's a 10-episode series designed to help you transition from a complete beginner to a pro level trader. So it covers all the basics, right from introduction, registering for an account, downloading and installing the trading platform, learning the candlesticks, technical analysis. I saw a question about technical analysis. So knowing and understanding your trend lines, how to plot them, where to set them, understanding price action, technical indicators, fundamental analysis, trading psychology, risk management, all that has been covered in 10 episodes. So it's very important for you, especially if you're a beginner, to go through the Novice Pro series so that you can understand some of these concepts. So we shall not repeat the beginner sessions in the Market World series because it's already something that we have already covered. So you just go and watch that series. For each video, there's a very nice and clear description telling you that this is what has been covered in this video. So if you feel it's the right video for you, then you keep on going, watching, practice, and internalize and gain that skill for yourself. So, tight stop losses are very dangerous, my friend. Here's something called stop hunting. So many traders are not aware of it, and it really hurts them hard. Yes, it's very important to understand that. I think I saw that play out earlier in the day. So in one of the currency pairs, I saw the market going for stop losses, and we basically call these liquidity grabs. So sometimes they happen, and they can be very painful. So it's very important that you set your stop loss at least some distance from the nearest support or resistance level. So I'm just trying to scan quickly my charts. Yes, this is a USD card. You can see what has been happening. So last week, the market was going down, formed a very strong support here, and then went up. So has been trading sideways for the last 2 days, and then there what happened. So if there is traders who are going short, let's say on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they're probably setting their stop losses around this area. So today, before the market went down, went all the way up, triggered the stop losses, and then dropped all the way down to this area. So in this case, you can see if your stop losses were too tight, then it would have been triggered, even though your trading idea was right. So on the lower side, it's the same thing. So for those people who are buying and the stop losses were just below this support, the market goes ahead straight forward, hits the stop losses, and then changes direction and moves in the opposite direction. So it's very important that you set your stop loss quite a distance from the nearest support and resistance level. So I hope that helps. Euro New Zealand, is it an example of a liquidity grab? Yes, it's something that I think I had shared in the community. But the best one was in Euro Audi. So if you are trading Euro against the Australian dollar, then Euro New Zealand. This is the one that I had shared. So as you can see, out of traders had set stop losses here and here and here based on these resistance levels. So what we saw here during the news is the market spike all the way up, grab this liquidity, and then move back downwards. So later on, we saw the market retesting the area, and now you can see it's slowly now attempting to push further back down after triggering these stop losses around that area. So you need to learn that skill. It's something that we have been doing in the community. And then once you learn that, internalize and use that to your advantage. So yes, it's a liquidity grab. So on to the next point, in terms of the benefits or the uses of our trading community, we look at networking opportunities. So when you start trading, most probably you know one or two traders, and there's a good chance the first two traders you know are not the best in the market, or they don't have the best utility in the market. That is, the best you're going to learn from them is probably not all you're expecting. So there's more to learn from other traders, and the way that you find other traders is through a trading community. So in a community, you'll see traders share their analysis, their trading systems, how they approach markets. And this way you can tell that this trader is experienced and this one is not. So through such conversations, you are able to network. You can do meetups from these communities. You can build trading friends from these communities. And this way you get to get better insights from more experienced traders. So being part of a community can provide traders with the opportunity to network with other traders, which can lead to new trading opportunities. So it's very important that you get to network and meet other traders. So on to the next point, it's access to educational resources. So most of you, I know it's either you've been trained by someone or you've been going through some of my courses in order to learn how to trade. But then I'm not the only person that is doing trainings. There are so many other persons out there. So a trading community can be global. You get to network and meet other traders trading in different countries or even in different continents. So this way you get to develop even more and widespread insights from around the world. So trading communities will basically give you educational resources. This could be something as simple or as how to use a particular trading indicator. It could be something as simple as how to, let's say, use stop losses. It could be a trading stock or anything of that sort. So sometimes it's even a webinar. You get to learn that there's this webinar going on. It's covering this and that. If you attend, then this is what you learn. Sometimes it's an entire full course. So you'll meet traders sharing full courses. In these courses, you get to learn right from basics through to advanced level content about trading. And these will help build you as a trader. Sometimes it's tutorials, sometimes it's analysis. So you get all kinds of educational resources in the trading community. So in addition to these, there's what we call trading signals and alerts. So alerts can be sometimes telling you that the market or a particular asset has broken this price level. I remember sharing this yesterday where the S&P 500 had hit 15,000 level. Sorry, I don't think it's the S&P. I just want to confirm this very quick. So sorry, the Dow Jones index. So you can see the Dow Jones index breaking a very strong and psychological level yesterday. So for a moment, it played around here in the evening, and then today they tested the area before proceeding to move even higher. So the Dow Jones has been quite bullish, has been the best performing index among the top indices in the US. So if you are trading this, then you could have identified this pullback and then traded the continuation. So it's something that we normally share, that is price alerts. This is what's happening in the market. This particular asset has hit this price and so on. So we also do alerts on technical trading patterns. I remember sharing a technical trading pattern on gold earlier this week. So let's check that out. It was on the 15-minute chart. We saw gold trading in a flag. So let me just show you. So this was what was happening in gold. Made a very strong impulsive move here. And then after this, started moving sideways, broke the upper side the first time, the second time, then eventually broke and moved higher. So went back, retested the area, and then made a very strong continuation today. So as you can see, if you are tracking this flag, there's a good chance you could have identified a buy trading position on gold, just following the alert that was shared in the community. So for instance, if you trade the flag pattern here, then whenever something happens and you're not aware that a flag is forming in a particular asset, another trader could be seeing it, and then they share in the community and say, yeah, this is the kind of pattern I was waiting for. Thank you for sharing this with me. I'll be looking for a trading opportunity here. So those alerts can be very, very important. So in some other cases, it's not just an alert, it's a trading signal. So trading signals can be very nice where, let's say, you follow a particular trading system. So you are waiting for a signal to happen when this and that condition is met. So you will notice that in a trading community, traders will occasionally share signals telling you that this is what has happened. Maybe there's a good opportunity that the market will break this level or bounce from this level. And this could be a signal to enter here, target here, and set your stop loss here. So it's very important that you get to join a community, experience the same, learn from others, and use that to your advantage. So in addition to these, there's what we call community-specific tools and platforms. This is very helpful. So if, let's say, you join a community, let's say you normally calculate your stop loss, your PIP value or even your position size manually, you might realize that some communities will have some tools that they use to do some of this stuff. So there are tools, for instance, for doing risk management, setting stop losses, calculating your position size. There are tools for sharing your trading history. There are tools for analyzing your trading performance. There are tools for backtesting your trading strategy and so on. So within a community, since there's so many traders in there, each with their own set of tools and experiences, you can always borrow some of those tools from other traders, learn from them, and get to benefit from being part of a wider pool of traders. So many communities have their own tools and platforms which can be useful for traders to access market data and as well as doing market analysis. So the other key thing that you get to learn in being in a trading community is accountability. So being part of a community can help traders stay accountable for their actions, which can lead to better trading habits and improved performance. So for instance, if you're sharing, let's say your trade objectives per day, let's say you share 10 trades in a day, and then you push this to 15 trades, you get someone asking you a very nice question telling you, are you sure you're not over trading? Why are you executing so many trades in a day? So some of these questions will help hold you accountable. Sometimes when you are doing too big of a lot size compared to your account balance, other traders will question that and they will ask you whether you are being accountable. So if you are sharing content that you found in a particular website and then bringing it to the community will always question you. They will ask you whether that source is true, verifiable, or whether it's even a reliable source of information. So to really help improve your accountability and the decisions that you make in your trading process. So in addition to this, there's the access to expert traders. So in a community, here and there, you find expert traders, and getting access to these guys can be really difficult. So some of the traders in the community, you realize that they have their own professional systems that they use. They probably charge a very high amount that you may not even afford. Some of them are very difficult to reach, especially traders who are doing, let's say, trading behind a desk. Others are trading for institutions. So if you want to borrow insights from them, it will be very hard to reach these guys. However, being part of a trading community, you get access to these expert traders. And the benefit you get is that you can get to benefit from their analysis. You can ask them questions. You can borrow concepts from them. You can borrow their trading strategies. Most of them are very kind and you can benefit a lot from this. So expert traders will be found in communities because it's part of their research. So if there's a vibrant community, they will be there looking for trading ideas, market updates, that work with our traders because they understand the value. So if an expert trader is joining a particular community and you are just a beginner and let's say you are opposed to the idea, then you should think in reverse and see if an expert trader sees the value of a community, why aren't you doing that? So lastly is the issue of continuous learning. We know learning does not end in the markets. Every day the markets will teach you a new lesson. If you really look closely, you will learn something from the market every day. So there's no way a trader can use the same trick over and over again if he or she expects to sustain their profitability. So you need to keep learning, reinventing yourself, improving your strategy in order to remain consistently profitable in the markets. So one of the key factors to become a successful trader is continuous learning. So this applies even to seasoned traders. A forex trading communities offers a platform for all types of conversations as well as information flowing within the community. So as long as you're part of the community, then you're going to be learning from other traders, and this can help improve and build you as a trader. So lastly, I'll be sharing a link to my own personal community. So if you're interested in joining, then you can join here. And there are so many other communities out there, so you should not be limited. Be very proactive, do your research. And if in a community is offering services such as deposit money here, then we will trade for you. That's not the right community for you. So some communities are designed to defraud you. So you have to be very careful. You have to practice due diligence before you join such a community. So let me share the link with you guys. Hey, Michael, thank you. Just share the link. So if anyone wants to join, the link is over there. Hopefully, I was able to share good enough insights of the importance of having a trading community with you and the benefits that you get from joining such a community. So lastly, I'll be looking to answer any question that I've not answered. This is from Kamau. No, sorry, I can't see the name. You're a good teacher, but most of the of our, or rather my problem is to take us back on technical analysis, pricing trades. As of me, I've been teaching myself for almost a year, but I struggle with the strategies that my previous demo account and made them strategies collide. So this is something that we normally do each and every day on the trading community. So just simply join and we get to cover a lot of this content each and every day. So just by being part of the community, you learn a lot in terms of technical analysis. So stop learning by yourself, join a community, and get to borrow those concepts from other expert traders. So I'm sure you're going to improve your technical analysis so much that you'll not believe it by simply being part of a community. So which is the best analysis? I don't think there's a best. There's so many strategies out there, profitable ones. So simply join the community, ask other people what strategies they are using, try and do research on them. If they have been profitable, let's say for a couple of years, then you might consider adopting such a strategy. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel and create your own unique strategy. Strategies can be shared free of charge, and then you practice that on your own account and you get to make money for yourself. So don't think there's any other question that I've missed. I don't know the reason why I usually lose, even in a demo account. I would like to see the results of your trading. Perhaps it's even better to go back to the results of your trading, look at how you've been trading, the setups you've been going for, and then trying to analyze backwards to see what went wrong and what can be improved upon. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your participation. I always appreciate seeing you guys here and also your engagements. I hope to see you on the next webinar. So remember, in the community, we also share announcements whenever you have new webinars, new tips and branch events, and this goes a long way in making sure that we have an informed community that is well empowered, a community with sufficient resources to become profitable. And with this, I would like to end the session at this point. Any questions? When you teach the double bottom and double tops, I think I taught that in the Novice to Pro series. So just go through the Novice to Pro series. You will find in one of the episodes. I think it's either episode 5, 6, or 7. I have already covered those chart patterns.